Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Riverview, where it's a lovely sunny morning and Delores is outstanding in her field. Bit like a scarecrow that won the award, won the medal for being outstanding in his field. Anyway, we have got some fertilising to do, followed by some weeding on this field over here, field 17, and then if we have a little bit of a run, the grass could do with mowing at some point, maybe. Have we got a field that's ready for harvest? No, it's growing still. It'd probably be a lot more yellow if it was ready for harvest, wouldn't it? But yeah, we're having a bit of a jog. Right. Over the bridge there is the field that I bought in the last video and harvested, and have now managed to replow and stone collect and everything. So we've got a field over here that's ready for planting stroke seeding, and I'm thinking possibly of putting, I think I'm going to put sunflowers on it. The field has been widened a little bit. I have removed all the hedges from around the field just to make it a little bit nicer, make it a little bit easier to farm in the future. Right, I think we're ready to get on with today's activities, aren't we, ladies and gents? So, Launch Far 8 series. Got some pig food, which they're not going to eat a lot of. To be fair to them, they're not going to eat a lot of pig food, are they? Right, we're loaded up with liquid fertiliser there. Don't have any bales to pick up at the minute. Right, I want this one. I want our new planter to start with. And we're going to go put sunflowers on the field over here that's all been freshly prepared and is ready for sunflower action. Looks good, doesn't it? You have to admit, looks very good. We'll get a screenshot of that lovely beast. Right, headland first. Before we switch over and let the AI carry on, and then we can take Mr. Manure Spreader Man and go chuck manure all over that field we planted over yonder. So because I've ploughed this field, I don't expect any weeds to grow on it this cycle. Which should be a good thing. We might need to get some hay bales today to feed the sheeps. If I haven't got any hay in storage already, that is. Which I might have. Because the sheeps are starting to reproduce like crazy and fill their little pen. Right. So my headland is nearly done. Round the corner. And we'll hire the worker. So that should be getting... We don't do any mulching. And we don't need rolling. That's good. That's pretty good. Getting through the fertilizer quite nicely. Hey, Commando, pick a game. Play it. Stop logging in and out of everything. The pop-ups are annoying. And we've already run into that glitch again, ladies and gents, where the AI just stops. Oh dear. That's a problem. It would help if I turned on, wouldn't it? I wonder if it's cause, and I'm wondering this, if it's something to do with the fact there's not enough room for the AI to turn around. Because obviously I've not removed the hedge with its little wooden poles from the top of that field. So I wonder if the collision detection of the AI thinks, I can't turn around. So we'll do another row across the top of the field, just to keep him happy. Also, yeah, our worker's not set to buy anything. Right, please try again. And this time, when you get to the bottom of the field, it would be very nice if you turned round and carried on. You know? Like you're supposed to. Look to your right, mate. All that field to your right needs seeding. Okay, so don't stop when you get to the end of the row, because that doesn't help me out at all. Okay, this time he's turning. Very good. He might have just missed a little bit though. Perhaps it would have helped if I'd have done that manually. Yeah, I probably could have done with a second strip then, because he's going to leave a chunk everywhere. Right, Mr. Manure Man. Wow, I didn't realise there was quite the hole at the side of my house where I put that automatic chicken egg collector. Weather forecast predicts rain. Managed to get it stuck up the cliff. I did buy it with the GPS module. Thank you, Xbox Controller Remapper app. I had a little bit of a problem the other day. The little share button on my controller stopped being recognised in game, so I lost the ability to activate and deactivate my guidance steering using the wonderful tool. And I tried everything I could. I assume it's either a Windows update or something else that's just fouled everything up. I did install a new mouse on my PC the other day. I've got a new mouse. Because my other one was starting to get a little bit intermittent when you was clicking the buttons, especially the middle mouse button. Wasn't really recognising much, which was making it very frustrating when I was playing a couple of games like some of my like Dyson Sphere type games, things like that, where especially when you have to click and hold the middle mouse button to be able to rotate the camera, I was finding that was being very problematic in the game. So I got a new mouse, and after maybe it was like just coincidence that I installed the mouse, and then the next time I loaded up Farm Sim, bearing in mind I haven't played a lot of Farm Sim over the Christmas period, just gone. But yeah, I found the little share button didn't work anymore, and I couldn't get used to having to press hold multiple different buttons on the controller to get the GPS to turn on and off. I was like, that's not going to be any good to me whatsoever. That isn't. If I have to press and hold multiple buttons. So I was like, I need to find a way I can get these buttons to work again. And I tried different software programs. I tried Joy to Key, tried Xpadder, tried a couple of different like supposedly button mappers, key binders, things like that, none of which worked. So did a quick Google, see if anybody else had issues, and a lot of people are saying it's a Windows 10 thing. Microsoft have done a bit of a stealth update to the Xbox accessories app, because you can no longer when you go into the controller app, you can't rebind that button. And apparently you could rebind it before to be something other than the share button if you didn't use the Xbox game bar features on PC, which I don't. So you could remap the share button to something else. But apparently that's now only available if you are on Windows 11, which I'm not. So I ended up getting this program off GitHub called the Xbox Controller Remapper app, or button remap app, or something like that. And that lets me rebind not only the share button, but also the light up Xbox button as well. So the first thing that I did in the app was set the share button to be Alt X, which is the default keybind for turning on the guidance steering function of the guidance steering mod. So yeah, it's nice that I can just, especially because my muscle memory is so conditioned now just to pressing that one button, that the other night when I was playing multiplayer and I was having to use the left trigger, right trigger, and click the left stick instead to activate GPS, I was finding that to be very much like trying to pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time. You know, just found that to be very difficult to do. Was not coordinated, especially when you've become so accustomed to just pressing one button. But thankfully it's fixed with a little handy free little app you can download off the GitHub. And like I say, anybody else wants to remap their share buttons or Xbox buttons on their fancy new Xbox controllers, by all means, search for that app, download it, install it. Simple text file that you edit to set the to change what the keyboard does. Has to be a keyboard press, has to be a key binding, so you have to assign it to a keyboard thing, so Alt and X, for example. Which means the one downside is if I have the help window open in the game, okay, which I'll do just now. Obviously, at the minute, we get all the Xbox controls: detach, activate cruise control, select next tool, guidance steering, show guidance steering menu, toggle guidance steering. But as soon as I get to the end of the field and I press the button, because it recognises it as a keyboard instruction, it changes my help window back to keyboard keyboard presses, which is the only downside, which is the only thing I'm going to have to get used to. It's going to be a bit of a, if I'm in the menu, got the menu open for whatever reason, and I've recently pressed the GPS button, it's going to show me keyboard buttons, not controller buttons. But yeah, we come and get some manure spread. Cheap way to fertilise the field. Saves me using fertiliser. Be nice if I could get all this field done without having to refill. It would. But knowing my luck, it ain't gonna happen. Oh, I should also point out, ladies and gents, that it's Sunday the 1st of January 2023 today as I record this video. This is the first video recording of the new year of 2023. My word. Where has time gone, ladies and gents, eh? Where has that time gone? Doesn't seem like all that long ago since I was starting 2022. After a great sort of first 2 months with Farm Sim 22, a great couple of months since the game launched, I was really looking forward to 2022 starting. And then I suppose if I was to summarise my year, it's been good in one hand because the channel's grown and grown and grown throughout the year, and the views have grown and grown and grown throughout the year. But then there has been times throughout the year where I've found it really difficult with my own personal issues. That there have been times where I felt like I've just been grinding for little or no reward, and it's made some content production very difficult to do, especially when I've not been enjoying the content because of various different reasons. You know, there's no doubt about it, in the middle of 2022 Farm Sim got a little bit rough. If the game got a little bit rough and a little bit less enjoyable because Giants messed up some things with patches like the contract system and that, and it took quite a while to get that resolved, and it's still not working brilliantly unless you've got additional mods plugged in, and just things like that made it very kind of rough for me, especially with what I was doing in game at the time. Right, well, we've got that field fully fertilised, so I'm hoping for a better 2023, folks. I really am, and I'm really hoping the channel continues to grow. And the numbers of subscribers continues to grow and grow, and the number of views on every video continues to grow. I'd also really appreciate it if the number of likes on the videos, if people watch the video, if they could just click the like button, that would help out immensely as well next year. And also just leave a few more comments on the videos while you're watching them, you know. Let me know your high and lows of each video. Right, we're going to refill that. So we've got plenty of manure in there for next time. We might have to go and pinch some from the other cow shed as well. Where's my planter? Okay, he's randomly stopped again, ladies and gents. I don't quite understand what he's mucking about at. Of course, with the way the field was fertilised from harvesting, doing the ploughing and re-contouring and that, it's very hard to tell where he's seeded and where he hasn't. There's my cheese factory. Cracking cheese, grommet. Right, we'll enable the GPS guidance steering just so I can do these last few rows myself, nice and manually. So next step after this will be probably moving to next month, actually. Moving on to May and seeing what May offers us. I should imagine. Turn the grass on. Yeah, we've got 13 and 14 ready for mowing. I'm waiting for 20 and 18 to be ready too. And I didn't realise that I've just planted sunflowers again, and I've already got sunflowers planted on field 7. Never mind. Could have done corn on this field then, but then I would have had to have ploughed it straight after, which would have been less appealing. But yeah, lovely cedar. Well, planter. Fantastic bit of kit, actually, to be fair, this machine. Good purchase. Pleased I bought it. Like I say, next job I will do, which I'll probably do off camera, is just feed the sheep. Go take them a load of hay, and then when we come back for the next video, ladies and gents, we'll be another month on, getting into the start of summer. Well, late spring. Hopefully plenty of harvesting to do. Like I say, I may also be tempted, after I've mowed field 14, to replough it, just to get rid of that needs rolling status that the field has on it. But that's something we can consider at the time. For now though, ladies and gents, we have reached the end of today's episode. I thank you for watching. We've got some planting done, we've got some manure spreading done. Delores is ticking along very nicely with her farm, which, like I say, hopefully we'll wrap this series up fairly soon in the next few weeks, and then we can move on to another map, start afresh somewhere else, and see what adventures awaits us. There we go. Right then, folks, I'm going to leave it there for today. I thank you all for watching, but from Delores here on Riverview Farm, it is goodbye. Cheerio, ladies and gents.